So one of the first questions I got was asking about gingivitis and just overall gum and mouth health. So anything that's going on in the mouth can be a really good indicator of things also going on in the body. So I kind of see that it directly reflects that. So if there is like decaying of the teeth, anything like that, that is an indicator of a mineral deficiency. So I recommend doing a hair test to look at your mineral levels. That can be really helpful. And then plants that are high in silica, like horsetail, are super lovely to help with this. And then looking at the toothpaste you're using, the mouthwash you're using, and switching to more natural products. I'll go ahead and link some of my favorites in the description. On my Patreon, I do have a free herbal mouthwash recipe that you can access for free. So I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. And then a product that I really love that you could actually use in replacement of a mouthwash is this product called Mouth Tonic. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but you can just put a little of this in your mouth with water, swish it around, and then you can actually swallow it. Or you can just like rub it on the gums with a Q-tip if it's like a gum health issue. But this is a product that I really recommend. You can find it online at natural grocers. I think they had it, but I'll also leave a link in the description for that. So definitely check the description after this Q&A because there's going to be lots of goodies there. So because they were asking more specifically for gingivitis, I kind of got thinking of a formula that I would make for a person or a client that came to me for this issue. And so the first thing is going to be just health of the gums. So if there's any mucous membrane irritation, I would definitely use myrrh. So myrrh would definitely be one of the herbs in the formula. And then we also want something that's going to be antimicrobial, right? So nothing is spreading. So for this, echinacea or Oregon grapefruit could be really helpful. So that myrrh, echinacea, and then we want something for circulation. So maybe adding some prickly ash in there would also be wonderful. So we have myrrh, echinacea, prickly ash. And then we want an astringent, something to help with stopping the bleeding and any more irritation. So I would probably do witch hazel or white oak bark. So we have our myrrh, echinacea, witch hazel, and prickly ash. And then I would also add in something for the lymphatic system. So maybe like some calendula would be also really helpful in there, also for like any mucous membrane irritation. And most of these herbs I've listed are also really anti-inflammatory, which is also another super important aspect to consider when making a formula for this issue. So the formula would be myrrh, echinacea, prickly ash, calendula or cleavers, and then witch hazel. So that's a pretty solid formula for gingivitis. My next question that I got is, I think, a really important topic to discuss, and so I'm actually really happy it came up. And that was my opinion on parasite cleanses. Okay, so I love that I got asked this. So obviously I do agree that parasites, candida, has a really negative impact on our health. But I also think that if we are doing parasite cleanses and detoxes and we're not preparing the body or doing them properly, this can also have a very negative impact on our health. So before even looking at doing a parasite cleanse or a detox, there's certain things that you want to make sure you're doing in preparation for that. And so if you see any parasite cleanses on the market that are like 3-day parasite cleanse, and it's just like a ton of herbs, really high dosages, stay away from that. I think that parasite cleanses have become somewhat of a trendy thing, and this is where we see in the holistic health realm where almost doing too much sometimes can be more harmful than just not doing anything. So let's talk about it. What are the things that you should be doing before you start doing one of these Parasite cleanse protocols. First things first, you do not want to do these if you have not nourished yourself properly. If your mineral reserves are not to where they should be for optimal health, then you should not be doing any detoxes or cleanses, because your body can't afford to be depleted any further, right? Next thing is going to be, you want to make sure that you are encouraging your detox pathways before you do any of this, because if you start trying to cleanse but none of your detox pathways are even open, then you're actually going to be doing more harm than good, right? And overburdening your body even more. So we want to make sure that we're moving, we're sweating, we have a proper bowel movement. This is so important. So like making sure that you are pooping like before you do these is crucial, because if you're not eliminating, then how are you supposed to get rid of those parasites in the first place, right? So getting your lymphatic moving, making sure your kidneys are filtering properly, making sure your liver is processing, your digestive system is optimal. So, doing all of these steps before is going to be super helpful. And if you don't even poop properly, like that might be the issue right there, right? So yeah, making sure you're moving, pooping, peeing, sweating, and opening those detox pathways prior to starting something like this is also super important. You have to have patience. Patience is really key with a Parasite cleanse, because it does not take 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It takes several months. So having patience and realizing that this is something that you're going to have to commit to is crucial. And then also being okay with continuing positive lifestyle and dietary changes after, so that you don't do all this progress just to have them come back, right? So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Parasite cleanses, and I hope that helped. All right, so if you have any questions that you would like answered in an herbal Q&A, go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and I will do my best to get to them. And if you want help addressing your health concerns through a holistic approach, maybe consider my one-on-one herbal consultations. There'll be more information for that in the description. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe. It's free, so why not?